Hey guys, welcome to Geekin Drinkin. This will be episode 87. So I'd just like to take a moment of silence for the late Carl Weathers, and then we'll get right into it. All right, guys. Hey, like I said, this is Steven from Geekin Drinkin. Unfortunately, Eddie was not able to make it with us today. Some scheduling conflicts were going on, but hey, he'll be back for the next one. If not, the one after that, or we'll see when we can get him back with us. But hey, you know what? I miss him already. So I mean, as you can see, it's just me. So let's go for it. Let's try to do this. All right. It's going to be a first time for me doing a solo episode, and I do got quite a bit to talk about. I miss you guys. I miss doing this. I miss being on air. I know there's a lot that I missed that you probably already are aware of, and things that have been going on in the geeking world and stuff. So, but you know what? I want to give my opinion on it, or so to say. But you know what? As always, let's go ahead and kick it off with getting a nice cold one in the glass here. It should have been a little ready for that. Man, zippers. So let's see what we got today. All right, so today I actually have Amber Lager from Alamo Beer Co. here in San Antonio, Texas. We've actually featured Alamo here on the episodes of Geekin and Drinking, as well as that we've visited the brewery early on when we started doing this podcast. So if you if you haven't checked that out, I suggest go ahead and check it out. If you haven't tried their beers, I suggest doing that as well. So let's go ahead and get this in the glass. Ooh, whoops. And I know what some of you are saying, like, what is he doing? Why is he pouring his beer like that? Well, there's been some, like debates in the craft beer industry, or at least with craft beer drinkers, especially with me and my uncle, on what is the proper way to pour a beer. And apparently, the proper way is to do it the way I just did it. Let all that foam come out and let the beer rise. Because apparently, you won't get as bloated as you do just pouring it regular and, nice and pretty. So, but I mean, look at that. I mean, that still looks beautiful. You got to admit it. Can't go wrong there. Let's go ahead and pour the rest of it in there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Nice. Again, this is Amber Lager from Alamo Beer Company here in San Antonio. Whoops. Here in San Antonio, Texas. So let's go ahead and put that right there. As you can tell, I'm a little nervous just because, again, I'm here by myself. I've never done this by myself. I always have Eddie with me, and like I said, I miss the guy. I want him with me. But again, unfortunately, scheduling conflicts occur, and it's a little hard sometimes for him to find time, and or for me to find time. Where our schedules, match. So, like I said, maybe we'll get him on the next one, but we'll see. So, what? Let me go ahead and get a drink from here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, so like I was saying, there's a lot of stuff that's been coming out, so I'm gonna kind of do like a John Oliver kind of thing here, where he does his show on HBO last week tonight kind of thing. But this is gonna be more like a 2 weeks in one episode kind of thing. Things that have been going on the past couple of weeks, and that I've been wanting to share my opinion on, and see what you guys may think as well. So first thing first that I have here on the agenda. So Jake Gyllenhaal is coming out with the new movie. It's going to be a remake of the Patrick Swayze classic Roadhouse. We've already got the new movie poster as well as a trailer for it. And yeah, let me tell you, it's something. So when they do these remakes, they try to go a little bit more into detail and stuff about them and things like that. Give it a little bit more of a backstory and stuff like that. Not like the Patrick Swayze one. He just like dives right into it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the old Patrick Swayze Roadhouse movie, and you'll just see it's just pure action, fight scenes in a bar. It's a guy who's basically like like the, like a bouncer at a rowdy bar and stuff like that, and he's just trying to keep the peace there. Everybody wants to enjoy themselves at a bar. Have a couple beers, listen to some music, but you get some of those guys that just want to bump heads and start fights, and that's what Patrick Swayze is there for, to tone that down a little bit. But in the movie, he ends up getting into it with a few guys that apparently are into some other stuff, and things happen. So it's kind of the same thing with this one. Um, it's also co-starring Conor McGregor. If you're not familiar with Conor McGregor, he's a UFC fighter. He's been a champion. He's been around in the industry for a long time, and that's kind of what this is being based around. Of is that Jake Gyllenhaal is a kind of ex washed out UFC fighter, just trying to hang on and keep going and stuff like that. Where he runs into somebody that gives him an offer to be like a lead bouncer in her bar, and kind of the same concept. He gets into it with some of the wrong people, and stuff goes down. So we'll see how that goes. But again, if you want to check it out, check out the Patrick Swayze version. Again, we have the movie poster. It'll probably be right here. I'll put a picture of the poster there, since to kind of cover where Eddie used to be. But we'll go from there as well. But yeah, again, check it out. See what you think. Want to go check it out? Maybe kind of like a actiony date night movie or something. I don't know. It depends. On who wants to go see this. Especially if you're fans of the UFC universe and stuff like that. So there you go. Jake Gyllenhaal, Roadhouse. Go check it out. See what we got here next. So a few other trailers have come out too, that we've been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for. One of the ones is the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender show that's going to be coming out on Netflix. That should be coming out sometime in February. I want to say February 22nd is when it's bound to come out, but we'll confirm that here in a little bit. But yeah, we finally got the official trailer for that. And, again, I'm a little excited for that one. I love the animated series. I believe the animated series was only like 3 or 4 seasons, but it was really, really, really good. And then obviously we had the Last Airbender movie directed by M. Night Shyamalan, which was a complete bust, apparently. I've never seen it, but I know one of my other brother, Matthew, saw it, and he was very disappointed considering that he was a huge fan of the animated series. So, hopefully the new live action version on Netflix, which is actually going to be a series, not a movie, will do some justice to it. So far, from what I've seen in the trailer, it looks really good. It's pretty accurate to the animated series. And yes, it is coming out this month in February on the 22nd. So look out for that here in a few weeks or so. And, yeah, again, that was one that I was super excited for. So, let's see how that goes. Oh, excuse me. Let's get another drink here going on. So good, so good. I can see what we got here next. Um, Next thing I got on here is, excuse me, is we finally got a trailer for the final season of Star Wars: The Bad Batch. Oof! If you have not seen the first or second season, oof, you've missed out on a lot. It's a if you were a fan of the Clone Wars and of Rebels, I mean, even if you're just a fan of Star Wars itself, I mean, I suggest watching this animated series. It is on Disney Plus. We first got introduced to the Bad Batch in the Clone Wars season 7, the first half of the final season of the Clone Wars, and they they made such a big, you know, splash, or a big impression on fans that fans wanted more. Like, oh, we want to see more of this Task Force 99, and so they ended up getting their own series. First season was pretty good. It was, wasn't bad. It's pretty much going on with the group, after um, Order 66, from oh man, I'm going blank here. Um, from Revenge of the Sith in the Star Wars series or Star Wars saga. Um, and it kind of goes on from there. Trying to figure out what's going on, trying to find one of their brothers, as well as their other clone brothers as well. We get introduced to a new character, Omega, who's actually a clone as well, and is their sister. And it goes on into season 2, and man, see, I'll tell you what, season 2 was really really a good one, and I guarantee you would not be disappointed in watching those first 2 seasons, because again, we're only getting 3 seasons of this series, so the third is the final season. We got a trailer for it. Looks really good. I mean, you're gonna think like, oh, it's like a cartoon, but I mean, when you start watching it, it gets really into depth about certain things, things going on with the Empire. How the stormtroopers came about, and how they were kind of getting rid of the clones and stuff like that. And it's just such a good story. Of course, you're gonna have some of those filler episodes, that you can possibly maybe skip or whatever, but you know the whole thing, it's just really entertaining, and I strongly suggest watching it. And again, can't wait for the for the final season to come out. Again, I believe that one is also coming out in February, so we'll find out here, and let me confirm as well. Bad Batch. Let's see if it has a release date for the new season. It has the release date of when it first got released in 2021. But let's see here. I should have had this ready to go. Oh yeah, and there you go. Comes out February 21st. And again, I'm gonna put a poster right here as well of the Bad Batch, and you can see it. I mean, the poster looks freaking awesome. The final season, man, I just can't wait. Can't wait for it. It's gonna be a good one. Hopefully, maybe not as sad, or possibly as sad as the last season. Spoilers. So let's see, what else do we got here. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff here. It's not gonna be a long episode as well, just because again, it's just me by myself, and it's just pretty much me giving my take on things. And I wish I really had Eddie so we can get his take on stuff too. But hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, right? So, which a lot of you, I'm pretty sure, are aware of. Ryan Reynolds announced that Deadpool 3 has wrapped and is finished filming. So that's a good sign right there. I mean, the movie possibly could have been finished last year, and we probably could have already either had it in theaters or already have a trailer for it. But unfortunately, some stuff in the industry was going on. So there was a lot of postponed stuff. There was a lot of scheduling conflicts going on with the film. It took a lot longer than I guess what the cast and crew, you know, wanted it to take. But finally, it's wrapped. It's in editing. It's in post production now. So hopefully, well, pretty soon we're supposed to get a trailer. But I just want to read here that what Ryan Reynolds read on his. I really hate saying this. I don't like saying this on his X account, formerly known as Twitter. But this is what he wrote. So the suit hides the blood, also sweat. But today, with Deadpool rapping, it's mostly tears. A giant and forever thanks to the cast and crew of our film who battled wind, rain, strikes, and at the real Hugh Jackman, all under the stalwart leadership of at Sean Levy Direct. Um, I got to make a movie with my closest pals, and that doesn't happen very often. See y'all July 26th. So there you go. Uh, Hopefully, it'll stay true to that release date on July 26th. But supposedly, there's also supposed to be a trailer coming out during the this year's Super Bowl, which will be on February 11th, which will be a week from when this podcast was recorded. So we'll see what we get from there. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the way things have been going in the past, when they say a trailer is going to come out during the Super Bowl, it's just going to be a teaser on the live version for Super Bowl commercials, and then it'll say go to the Deadpool 3 website or go here to watch the full trailer. So we have that to look forward to. I'm not sure what other trailers there will be coming out during the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure you guys may know. If y'all do, hit me up on our Instagram page and let me know, like, hey, these trailers are also gonna come out, during the Super Bowl, and I'll check them out too. Not a real exciting. Not really excited for the Super Bowl this year, just because I really don't care for either team. No offense to their fans. Definitely not a Niners fan, and the Kansas Chiefs, beat my team last year, and that's whatever. So I'm more looking forward to the commercials this year. I'm really not excited too about the halftime show with Usher. I have nothing against Usher, just not really too excited about it. So I don't know, see what happens. Maybe I'll watch the game, maybe not. Maybe I'll try to tune in during the commercials. That'll be my favorite part. But with Deadpool 3 wrapping and in post production, one person who's commented about the movie is Matthew Vaughn, who is the director of X-Men First Class and of the upcoming movie Argyle, which is starring Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, and Henry Cavill. He has gone to say that Deadpool 3 will be the movie that saves the MCU. Whoa. That is ballsy to say. That is a strong statement right there, and that I think is a real strong statement. Excuse me. Just because, I mean, that is really something to say about, you know, a, production company, a studio company that, start off very strong, came out with a lot of good movies, had a really good going, and then has just kind of been tanking lately, especially with their shows, a lot of their movies, and the way that they're just kind of going now. That is something really strong to say about, this film that's going to come out, this Deadpool 3. As you all know, Deadpool 3 was part of the Fox studios, which Disney, ended up taking over, and finally we got the X-Men in there. So I know most of y'all who've seen Captain Marvel, if y'all seen Captain Marvel, the end credits, kind of features, an X-Man in there. So, if you haven't seen it, I suggest go see it. I haven't seen it yet, so, I'm going to wait till it comes out streaming. Um, you know, I know Deadpool 3 has mentioned stuff, because he breaks the fourth wall in the comics as well as in the movies. So it's going to be really interesting on what direction and what way they're going to go with this in the movie, considering too that they brought back Hugh Jackman to reprise Wolverine, in which Wolverine, as we know, ended, or the character supposedly ended with Logan. So if you're a little confused about that, they have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have explained that this version of Wolverine is before the Logan movie. So what we got in Logan was old man Logan. This is gonna be like middle aged Logan for like the 15th time because we don't know his actual age in the movies. If you ever seen any of the movies, knowing that he's dated back to like the 1910s or even like the late 1800s, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but they've been through a lot, just to say that. So again, we'll see how that's gonna go. I mean, what Matthew Vaughn has said, that's gonna be that's a pretty big, bold statement to say. And again, I love the first two Deadpool movies. Wasn't too excited about the direction they went with Deadpool 2 and how to utilize some of the characters, but that was their choice, considering again, they weren't part of Disney yet. They couldn't use a lot of the characters. A lot of characters had different rights of usage and stuff like that, and so they had to do what they had to do with what they can, and it worked. Ultimately it did work. The Deadpool movies have been really, really entertaining, really silly, and which is, that's what it is. That's what Deadpool is. And I'm glad that they actually redeemed the character from the Wolverine X-Men Origins movie, which was terrible. Sorry to say that, but it was, and fans would definitely agree on that. So again, super excited for this one. Can't wait. Let me get another drink here, but I'm drinking here. I'm going to show you a picture of Deadpool and Wolverine. All right, let's see what else next. What else have we got here? Again, I got some stuff. I definitely got some stuff here. I have it in a certain order, but I might skip around a little bit here because I kind of want to stick with the MCU. Considering what I just said about what Matthew Vaughn said, that Deadpool 3 will be the movie that saves the MCU, and considering the approaches that the MCU itself has been taking with their movies and their TV series on Disney Plus. So one thing I do want to talk about is um, Deadpool. Let's go Deadpool, okay? We are gonna get a fourth season of Deadpool, and which will be called Deadpool Born Again. We did get some confirmation on some characters that will be returning. Obviously, Charlie Cox will return as Matt Murdock, aka Deadpool, and Vincent D'Onofrio will, reprise his role again as the Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. So those have already been confirmed. We've already had set pictures of the two, um, you know, at in their characters and stuff like that. But kind of been, um, it's kind of been said that we will get a return of Deborah Ann Wool and Eldon Henson returning to the show, reprising their roles as Karen Page and Foggy Nelson. I did read somewhere though, and I haven't confirmed it yet if this is going to be true or not, because again, we don't know what um, what the fourth series will be about. Obviously, they're gonna battle Wilson Fisk again, aka Kingpin. But again, we don't know what the actual story is gonna be. But apparently, there was a post that I saw on Instagram saying, "Don't get too attached that Miss Wu and Mr. Henson coming back to reprise their roles as Karen Page and Foggy Nelson, because there's a possibility that they may kill off their characters." Again, I know a lot of fans, like to go out there, do their fan theories and stuff like that. I really hope that's not um, what's going to happen. I really do hope that they continue on and keep supporting the character of Matt Murdock, aka Deadpool. Daredevil, excuse me. Got Deadpool in the mind still. Aka Daredevil. Um, you know, I just don't think that would be a good idea for them to do that. To write off two important characters, to Daredevil's, like his some of his closest friends. We haven't gotten confirmation either that if Elektra will be coming back as well, but we did get confirmation that Wilson Bethel, who played Benjamin Dex Poindexter, aka Bullseye, will return as Bullseye in the upcoming Daredevil series. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Hopefully, he won't be like the way to use Crossbones on Civil War, where he came back and then right away at the beginning he just like they killed him off. So hopefully he will be like a returning like antagonist to Daredevil, and because he is one of his biggest adversaries, as well. It's just like the way the Kingpin is as well. So hopefully with him coming back, it's not just like a one and done kind of thing. I really do hope they utilize him and we get to see more uh, Bullseye in the series as well as in the MCU. With other, battling other superheroes and stuff like that. It's been a long time since we've gotten a new Daredevil season, just because of the fact that, um, you know, they were setting up the Defenders and stuff like that. So we were getting other seasons of like from Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist to all lead up to the Defenders. And then we got the spin off, from the Punisher, like that stuff too. But then at the same time, if you don't remember, those series were originally on Netflix. So it also took longer because it took long for Disney to get those rights from Netflix so that they can utilize those characters. And once they did, they right away used at Matt Murdock. If you didn't remember, he was in the third Spider-Man movie, representing Peter Parker. So that was pretty cool to see, where he catches the brick. So I'm excited for it. They have already, Disney and the MCU have already said, they are part of the MCU timeline and things like that, and they where they stand in that timeline. I also did see a teaser as well. Supposedly, Kristen Ritter, who played Jessica Jones, kind of teasing that there might be a possibility she may come back to reprise her character. But I'm really not gonna hold my breath so much for that until I actually see concrete, confirmation that is gonna happen. Expect, and as well as for the other two characters, Luke Cage and Iron Fist. But again, I'm excited. I'm still at least excited for this new Daredevil series to come out. Should hopefully be coming out maybe towards the end of this year, if not maybe beginning of next year. But I haven't gotten any dates on that yet. Maybe you guys have seen something out there. Again, let me know. See what y'all think. See what's going on. And then again, with keeping in the MCU, one last thing that I want to bring up. Looks like we finally got our possible cast the Fantastic Four, the for the movie, the upcoming movie with Fantastic Four. So I kind of checked it out to see what was to see what you know who is playing who. If it has been for sure that these actors are going to play. So far, I think three of the four have confirmed. We and I looked on IMDb and it has them there as the cast. So I'm assuming they have confirmed. Which Pedro Pascal, who will be playing Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, aka Invisible Woman, Ebon Moss, Monarch, Moncart. He's the guy from The Bear, who plays the cousin, as Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, and I think they're still waiting on confirmation so that they can officially announce on Joseph Quinn, who could possibly be playing Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch. Joseph Quinn, if you're not familiar with him, he was Eddie on Stranger Things. Real big fan favorite. So there you go. That's what we got so far for that. And I think that's pretty much all that I got right there for the MCU stuff going on. A couple more things here. It looks like we are getting a new Supergirl in the DC universe or DCU. Millie Alcock, and excuse me if I'm butchering these names, but she was the one who came out on the spin-off version of Game of Thrones. Let's see here. So it looks like she will be playing the new Girl of Steel. Oops. Sorry, my keyboard's not working on this. So I gotta use the screen. Let's see here. House of Dragons. Yes, so she was Rhaenyra Targaryen. She played the younger version of her in the first half of the House of Dragons series. And it looks like she is going to be cast as the new Supergirl in the DCU, which will be replacing Sasha Calle, who portrayed Supergirl in the Flash movie. So there's a bit of speculation on that between, with the fans, not too happy about it. Some are, okay with it. It's a mixed thing. As always, it's a mixed thing. Something just going on. People are gonna give their opinions, and some stuff's not gonna be said nice. But I'm willing to give a chance. I mean, I would have loved to see Sasha go on to play Supergirl. Going into the DCU, despite her portrayal of it in the Flash movie, which was I don't say it was her fault. The way things went with the Flash movie, there was already problems from the beginning with that movie and with the lead actor on there. But that's neither here nor there. That movie's already come out. So yeah, it is what it is on that. Unfortunately, that's just the way the studio wants to go. So we'll see how it goes. She's gonna be the new Millie's gonna be the new Supergirl for the upcoming movie Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Couple more things here. Excuse me. So, one of the things that I'm super excited for, we finally got a release date for the upcoming Beetlejuice movie, which will be called Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Don't say it 3 times. So, yeah, so that one I'm super excited for. It seems that the release date is set for September 6th, 2024. So looks like things are going pretty good for that one. Of course, returning a few returning cast members from that from the original film will be obviously Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder, and Catherine O'Hara, and then we'll get some new cast members uh, from William Defoe, Bern Gorman, Monica Bellucci, and Jenna Ortega. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Again, we don't know the plot of the story. We just know that Jenna Ortega's character is going to be playing the daughter to Winona Ryder's character, and that's pretty much where we are at that point with the upcoming Beetlejuice movie. So super excited for that one. That one's gonna be pretty good. I hope it's just as fun and funny as the original one. I love the original one. It's just one of those that like it was just a goofy thing that came out at the time and just became a really really big cult classic, and I loved it. And I really loved the movie as well. So so I'll be looking out for that, and that comes out on my birthday month, a couple of weeks before my birthday. So maybe I'll treat myself and go watch that as a birthday movie. So let's see here, and the last thing that I just wanna bring up. Oh man, I don't know if you guys are ready for this one. Oof, man, hold on, let me let me drink that and let me grab another one. Just for the sake that since this is going to be the last topic, I'm going to go ahead and keep it with the same beer. We're going to go with another amber lager from Alamo Beer Co. Again, here in San Antonio, Texas. I would definitely go check them out. Check out their beers. Um, the staff over there is real friendly. Every Thursday they do beer, bacon, and bingo and trivia. I was glad to have gone this past Thursday and see a old friend that I hadn't seen there in a long time that used to host the beer, bacon, bingo. So I just want to give a little shout out to some of the staff there, Julian, Dante, Eric. Love you guys, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys soon at the beer hall. So here's to you guys. Pour the rest of it there, and cheers. So, whew, last topic here. Let's just go here and yeah, yeah. You do not know what that is. That is the popcorn bucket for the upcoming Dune Part Two movie. Yeah, I'll let you take it in just a little bit. I'll tell you what, man. The internet has been going crazy about this thing. And if you haven't seen the latest SNL sketch about it too, oh, I mean, I'm telling you, I don't know how the hell that this thing got approved and was like, yeah, man, let's go for it. Let's do this. This is awesome. I want people to stick their hands in this thing while they're watching that new Part 2 Dune movie. Like, yeah, let's do it. Like, what the heck were you thinking, man? Like, seriously? Like, come on. Come on. I mean, I, I wish Eddie was here so that, oh man, he would have so much fun with this. Oh man, this is just this is just mind boggling, and I'm just like, what? I thought it was a joke at first, but no, apparently this is real. It's been approved, and this is going to be the official popcorn bucket for Dune Part Two, for the new upcoming movie for that. I'm just like, man, I feel like I gotta buy dinner for the popcorn bucket before I could even stick my hands in there. Like, fuck. Excuse my language, but goddamn. And Jesus. So, yeah. If you don't really know what it actually is, it is the desert worm from the Dune movie. If you've seen part one, you know what you know what I'm talking about. But I mean, yeah, yeah. This is gonna be the first bucket too that they're actually gonna have to charge you for extra butter, if you know what I mean. Golly. So yeah, there's that. I'll let y'all stay with that. And this has been a pretty fun one. I was a little nervous at first on how things were gonna go. I'm glad I had a few topics in mind to talk about. Again, message me or message us on Instagram. That's pretty much the social media account that we're really lively on. I try to keep up with it as much as possible, and message back and stuff like that on there. Same thing with Eddie as well. And again, hopefully by next episode, Eddie will be able to join us, and we'll be happy to have him back, and maybe I'll try to get his opinion on some of the stuff too. But I'm pretty sure he'll have some other topics to talk about as well. But yeah, so from Steven, this is Geekin Drinking. Again, Amber Lager from Alamo Beer Co. Go check them out. Go check out a lot of their other beers. They're really good, really smooth. And this is episode, I believe this was episode 87. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Yes, it's episode 87. And I hope you guys had a good time. I know I did. And we'll see y'all next time. So cheers.